welcome back to the Weekly Buzz, everybody. I'm Chris Knight from the Counseling Center.
And I'm Dee. Nice to have y'all back.
I hope you guys are all having a great Christmas break, that you're feeling relaxed, feeling joyful. We've been having a whole series of episodes about how to experience a little bit more joy in our lives this holiday season and really throughout the year. We're going to keep on going with that theme.
Yeah. So today we're going to talk a little bit about how to let your inner child out, how to play a little bit.
Yes, play is one of those ways that we experience joy in the holiday season, and giving yourself permission to just play, right? Have a little bit of fun.
So what do you like to do?
What do I like
What's
to do
your
when it comes to playing? Oh boy. You know what? Lots of different ways. I think right now probably the thing that I do the most with, and it's with my kids, is that we've kind of gotten older, board games and card games. I think that's probably how we play at my house most often.
Yeah, I enjoy that. I think the card game that I've kind of been into now, I've recently learned how to play I think it's called euchre.
Oh yeah, euchre.
Yeah, I'm really bad at it though.
That's really popular around here.
Yeah, I keep letting the other team take the deal because I keep forgetting I'm supposed to deal the cards. I'm like, oh gosh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why. I keep forgetting. I can't keep up with it. It's too fast.
All right, we're gonna have to have a euchre tournament around here. I think that could be a really fun way for us all to play a little bit and let our inner childs out. And we think about holiday times. I think there's a lot of different ways that maybe we've played, some traditions that we had kind of growing up. Do you have any holiday kind of traditions or ways that you played kind of as a kid?
Man, as a kid, our holiday traditions kind of resulted around we didn't get much of a winter, but
You're from down southern
south.
states, right?
Yeah, so whenever we did do stuff kind of around the winter, we would go to ice skating rinks. I didn't ice skate. I've recently learned how to do that, but I like to watch though.
Gotcha.
So that was a tradition we had.
Okay. I think one of the things that, maybe we should spend a little time talking about is maybe some barriers, right? That as we get older, I think maybe we were a little more reluctant to play in our lives, especially around the holidays. There's just constraints on our time. We're all so busy. We're doing, school and work and family commitments that we kind of forget to kind of experience the joy and play. How do you take time out and just give yourself permission to play, Dee?
I kind of just do it and I don't think about it. I feel like whenever you think about it, then you become self-conscious. So just don't think about it, just do it.
Okay. So are you intentional? Do you block time off, or is it more spontaneous?
Not always. Sometimes I feel like it can be planned, whether, when your friends want to have a game of manhunt in the snow, you can plan that. But most of the time it's spontaneous. We'll just see our friends and have snowball fights out of nowhere.
I think that's so true. And, I'm thinking back when I was a kid, I think that play was much more spontaneous. It just kind of naturally happened. And I think as we get a little bit older, we kind of move into early adulthood, and definitely, as we get older in adulthood, being intentional about blocking some time off. It doesn't have to be a whole day. 15, 20, 30 minutes and giving yourself permission to play is really huge, but kind of being intentional. I think we have to block that time off a little bit more than maybe we used to schedule that.
Exactly. Block it off, be intentional, and then when you go to participate, don't think about it. Just do it.
Yes.
Just have fun.
That is the other part is, I think the older we get, the more self-conscious we get. What are people around me going to think if they see me, doing this thing back when I was a kid, playing euchre or whatever that is?
Yeah. So what activities do you think we should tell them to try?
Oh boy, we got a whole laundry list of things that we can try. But before we get to that, I'm going to hit the pause button because we got a special guest host that just walked into the studio. So we're going to hit the pause button right now.
Hey y'all. I'm back. I know y'all missed me. I missed y'all too. Anyway.
After a long hiatus, we are thrilled to have Myasia back with us here on the Weekly Buzz. So we've been talking about letting our inner child out. How do we play, right? And we're going to give you guys some tips on how do we play over the holiday season to begin to experience a little bit more joy in our lives, right? So we got a whole list of things to kind of talk about. How do you play, Dee? We talked about how you play, but what's the first tip? Give us the first thing.
Of how I play?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, well, I don't know. I love to have the snowball fights. I love to.
That is definitely on the list.
Yeah,
snowball fights.
Yeah, that's.
Do you have snowball fights, Myasia? You ever have a snowball fight up in New
You
York?
see, I'm from New York, so the snow is dirty. We don't touch that. Okay? So when I was a kid, I wasn't playing with snow because the moment it got on the ground, it went from white to brown.
Oh, okay, that's gross.
Yeah.
No snowball
The only
fights for my
winter
Asia.
fun that was for me when I was a kid was like ice skating. I loved ice skating. And then it's like snow is just like too cold.
Okay.
Like some people be too rough. Like once you throw a snowball at my face, I'm done playing.
I would agree. So you've had some snowball fights since you got to campus.
Yeah, when I got here, because
That
the
is-
snow here is white. It's very nice.
That is one of the things that it's so unique when I see a lot of students come here, and we get some students from that are from southern states or just different areas of the country that maybe don't get a lot of
Like
snow.
Florida and Georgia.
Yeah, and so they
be
come
acting
here
like snow
and
is money.
they experience snow for the first time, and they're making that first snow angel, or they're having a snowball fight. It's that sense of play.
How about you when you was a kid? What did you play?
Oh my gosh, we had snowball fights. Definitely snowball fights. We built forts in the snow, though. That is
How do
one of
you
the things
build a
that I
fort in the
remember.
snow?
Oh, you dig this massive hole, and then you kind of hollow it out inside.
Oh, you had hard snow.
It packed over time. Yeah, you could absolutely do that. Thinking back, it was probably really dangerous, but I remember being out and it felt like hours digging forts in the snow. And how we weren't frozen and getting frostbite, I have no idea, but it was so much fun digging forts
You
in
had
the
a
snow.
lot of snow to dig a fort.
I guess so. Thinking back on it. All right, that ice. You mentioned ice skating. That's when we were talking off air, Dee Dee, that you just started kind of taking up.
I love ice skating. Do you like it?
So my first time ever was very bad. I did fall. It was bad. It was rough. I've seen it. Like we used to go all the time, down south because we don't really get a lot of snow. But I just watched. I was like, I'm not doing. I'm just gonna watch. And then they finally got me to do it, and it wasn't good. But it was fun though.
Did you? So you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I enjoyed
It
it.
brought you
overall.
joy, even though you're really bad at it.
I didn't learn until after, I kind of got frustrated, and then I was like, oh, okay, I'm ice skating now.
Okay, I cannot ice skate one bit. Not one bit. I think one of the things we
Fun
talked.
fact: I used to be a figure skater, y'all.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I love ice skating. Like I was
Like you could do like those triple jumps and whatever.
Yeah, when I was little. I probably can't do them no more, but I could do like the other stuff, like some of the basic stuff.
We all just learned a fun fact about my Asia.
Yeah.
I think
I
one
can
of
show
the,
y'all pictures if y'all want to see when I was little of me in my little costumes and my custom skates with my name on them.
one of the things that it requires that we were talking about, a little bit ago was that kind of letting go, right, of our self-conscious. What are people going to think of me? And just go have fun out there on the ice.
Who cares people think of you? They probably croak in the head anyways.
Probably a little
That's
bit.
what I think about everybody before I do something. I'd be like, you know what? Who's going to judge me? Because I could judge them.
All right, some other things that we talked about, and this is kind of like your manhunt, Dee Dee, right? Playing tag out
Oh my
in the
God, I used to
snow.
love manhunt. I never played it in the snow though.
I've
'cause,
never
I
heard
don't
it
want,
called that.
Because I feel like it'd be hard to run in the snow. Then I'm tired.
In the snow, it's the best. I always like to hide in the snow. Like
Okay.
I'll dive in the snow.
All right.
No, like it's cold at first, but then like after a while, it's not. Yeah, like it's not cold no more.
All right. All right. Did you guys ever do snow angels?
I did do snow angels.
Funny
did
story.
do
All right,
snow-
tell us the funny story.
So you know how I mentioned like the snow in New York is dirty, and this is when I learned like I can't play in the snow. So when I was a kid, I think I was like 6. Me and my sister went out to make a snow angel, and my mother nicely slapped us up because get off of that dirty snow. So that was the last time my snow angel was all disabled and everything. Like it was.
Yep.
She just picked us up and hit us, talking about don't play in that dirty snow. And ever since then, I never played in New York snow. I learned my lesson.
Mama taught you well.
Yep.
All right. So other things that you can do, right? Get a board game, right? Cause sometimes I get it like it is too cold. It is
Yes.
just gross out here in
Play
Northwest
Uno.
Ohio.
Uno a deadly game. Uno can mess up your relationship, your marriage.
Too many plus fours on somebody.
Or like Candyland. I always love Candyland. I'll play that in the snow a lot. You never play Candyland?
It doesn't, you know what, though? These don't have to be really complicated games. Uno, Candyland, these are games from our childhood.
Yeah.
And it's so much.
Trouble. I love Trouble.
Yes. Like simple games. They don't take a ton of time, but they really help us to break out and experience that sense of joy.
And be a kid again, because as we're adulting, life is like slapping us. So sometimes we just need that kid feeling. I
Yep.
wish I could be a kid.
Schedule some time, take a break, think back to those games that maybe you used to play as a kid. And maybe, can I spend half a day? Can I spend even a couple hours going back and playing some of those games, you will feel a whole lot more joy for it, I promise.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's going to wrap it up for this part of the segment, and we're going to shift gears again to Dee Dee's favorite part of the show, our weekly top 5 list.
Yeah, we'll see y'all in a little bit.
I'm actually going to put that in there.
You should. Welcome back to Weekly Buzz. Did you enjoy the commercial break? I know I did.
Commercial break. That was me taking my Big B break. Let's not lie to everybody. All right, we're going to talk about our top 5 ways to play this Christmas, right? We each got a top 5 list. So, all right, Dee Dee, why don't you kick it off? What is your number 5 way to play this Christmas?
My number 5 would probably be digging snow forts with my dog. He loves to dig in the snow.
All right, digging for it.
Sports. My top 5, ice skating. Holla at your girl. I'll teach you lessons.
Okay, all right. I don't know about that. I am not
It's
going
easy.
ice skating.
You try with socks on first. You
Nope.
like with the man in Incredible. What's the man? Yeah. once you get the socks down, then you go to roller skating, and then once you get roller skating down, you go ice skate.
All right, old school memory for me, like my top 5 was just playing out in the snow. One of the things that as a kid we used to do, and it sounds horrible, we play King of the Hill, right? So we had this big hill in the neighbor's pasture, and we'd go up there and we'd play King of the Hill.
The hell is
It was kind of
that?
this rough, like somebody was always going to get hurt, but yet,
Yeah, you pushed them.
right.
What's wrong with y'all men and tough games? Oh my God.
It's amazing.
If I was a mother and I see my kid being thrown off the hill, just know the kid that pushed my kid off the hill, you gonna wish you was on top of that hill.
You know, at the time growing up, that hill, it must have been like 50 feet high. Now it's probably like 5, but you know,
It was a long fall, probably.
it was at the time.
Why is that fun?
I don't know, because you're a kid and
Just releasing.
See, it's so funny because like boys fun as kids and girl fun as kids. Like if I was a girl, I'm not playing that. Yeah, you want to push me off a hill? What's like what?
no, you want to be king of the hill. That's the whole concept.
Yeah, like we
I'm king of my house. I'll be inside my house,
King
but
Rick's Warren.
y'all get kicked off y'all hill.
All right. What's your number 4? How did you
Okay,
play?
my number 4 in wintertime is cookies. I don't even know if that counts as playing.
Oh, that counts as playing. I'll
But
go
yeah,
with
I
it.
used to make like me and my sisters. We used to make like snow cookies and stuff like that.
Okay.
And like, we'll play by like we'll pretend to be like famous chefs.
Okay.
And we had a TV show.
All right, Dee Dee, what's your number 4?
I like the bumper cars on ice.
Oh, bumper cars on ice.
Seen that? I actually really want to do that. I never know they had that. You gonna take me?
I guess, yeah.
Where do you do this at? I've never heard of this around here.
Down in Cincinnati, you can go. It's like literally like the center, like downtown, in the square. You can ice skate, and then right next to it is bumper cars on ice.
Okay, now that's kind of cool.
I personally feel like we should go to that this winter break to show the people how you do it. The people agree.
A live event at bumper cars on ice.
Yes, that Defiance College will pay for.
Okay. I don't know about that one. All right. My number 4 would have to be snow skiing. You know, as I
wanted
got
to do that.
older, I'd love to go snow skiing. I haven't been in years, but it was a lot of fun. I'd love
That
to snow
sounds like
ski.
fun. Like I always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I went snow tubing. That was like my number 3.
Oh, okay. Jumping ahead of snow. It's kind of similar to snow skiing, snow tubing.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It was fun. I went to it was a senior trip. I liked it.
Okay. Very cool. What's your number 3, Dee Dee?
Ice skating.
Ice skating. Okay. We'll go
No,
with
he can't skate.
See, my number 3 was actually sledding, right? So it's kind of like skiing and snow tubing.
like
But
little-
as a kid, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
I always wanted to
Right.
do that, but like I haven't. There's not like in New York. There's like enough hill with enough snow to like really try to go down. And I think I tried it over here, but
All right,
it still isn't.
something you guys should try, and it's only probably about 45 minutes from here. There is a state park right across in Indiana. A big shout out to Pokagon State Park. We're big fans. We go there all the time. They got a huge toboggan run. It's kind of like a roller coaster, right? So it's got an iced track. So you go down on this big iced track. It's like $8 for an hour. You can go down as many times as you want. It is a ton of fun. And talk about winter play. We used to go up as kids, took my kids up all the time. So it's kind of an old family tradition. So that actually probably closer to my number 1 tradition, but there you go.
We're on number 2 now.
Number 2.
There you go.
My number 2 is sledding because back home we had this huge hill from our football stadium. It was because our football stadium was huge, and the hill going down was great for sledding.
Gotcha.
My number 2 is like spelling my name in the snow.
Spelling your name in the snow.
Yeah,
Okay.
or spelling anything in the snow. I thought it was funny as a kid.
I think that's a lot of fun, right? Like my number 2, and again, well, old school was, and we already talked about it, was that building forts in the snow. Because that was so much fun as a kid. And now I would probably hate it because I'd get cold after 5 minutes. But
yeah.
There you go.
I don't know how you did that as a kid.
oh, we did it all the time. It
I
was
didn't want
great.
snow touching me.
We used to like build igloos too. Like you
Snow
could
is like
form
rain. I
snow.
hate the rain. Snow is just harder.
Okay, we're gonna agree to disagree.
I'm always right. Yeah, I don't like rain.
All right, your top number 1.
Oh,
Way to
my
play this
5
Christmas.
is like the last one. I
Yeah.
so did this.
You did it in reverse order. Ah, all right. We'll get better next time, Myasia. All right, your number 1. What do you enjoy the most, Didi?
I love snowball fights because of Coach Nickel.
Ah, there you go. We were talking about that. Like you had a great experience with Coach and kind of the spontaneous fight that broke out in the football stadium.
Yeah, so we were just in the middle of practice, and it just started to like blizzard and like covered the whole field in snow. And then in the middle of practice, he just starts throwing snowballs at people. So we just had a huge team snowball fight in the middle of practice out of nowhere.
There you go.
Team bonding. How nice.
Team bonding. That is not how you would play.
Next question. I plead the 5th. So I'm not good at math, y'all. So my 5 is my 1, and my 1 I'm gonna say now is my 5. Okay. So my 1 is actually ice skating that I put as my 5. Stay with me, y'all.
We got you.
So my 1, which is my 5, would be snowball fights. Like I like them, but I don't really want to do them.
I got you. It is more fun to watch.
Like no, I want to throw the snow at you, but I don't want you to throw it at me.
Oh, you are the worst. You are the worst.
Cause like now you're just doing too much. Cause why is it hitting my head? You're doing too much.
All right, I got you.
It should hit the parts that are covered.
Oh yeah, you see, I don't want snowball hitting the face. I'm with you on that.
Like, cause we play with boys. They
you know what the worst is? Like if somebody gets the snowball down your shirt or down your
Yes,
jacket. Like,
like-
oh, that's so cold.
Or being pushed into the snow. I hate that too. Like, don't push me no goddamn snow.
But you know what is we kind of laugh about it and like we have those memories like, oh, that sucked. But at the same time, like it's also fun, right? It's part of that play
It's fun until I get attitude.
until you get attitude. All right, my number 1 holiday way to play is board games and card games. You know, I think especially as we get older, it's something that we can all do. We can all relate to.
Yeah, we can play for money.
Play for. I didn't say play for money.
That's what makes it. As you get older, that's what makes card games fun. Sometimes it don't gotta be nothing serious. Like we
I
can play for,
cannot
like,
condone
we can play
gambling.
for like quarters.
Okay, now that's what we used to do. Actually,
Yeah.
we had a change jar. We would just play. and
That's how
it
my
could-
grandparents play. They be playing dominoes. They playing with quarters.
All right, I can get down with that. Right, that's harmless, good fun.
Yeah, not the big bucks.
No. We cannot condone gambling on this show. But play a game, board games. What's your favorite board game?
Uno. I love
Uno?
Uno because
Okay.
I'm gonna beat you every time.
All right, everybody. That's going to wrap it up for this episode. Get out there, play some Uno, have a snowball fight, experience a little more joy in your life this week. We'll see you next week back here on.
Don't eat the snow, and we'll see you back on Weekly Buzz. Stay beautiful.
Bye, everyone.